Welcome to this installment of the Veterans Branch. Before we get into it, one, can you guys hear me? Hopefully you guys can. I know last week we had some audio issues. We believe we actually fixed them. If it's not loud enough, so bear with me. And I definitely appreciate everyone sticking around last week. So if you can't hear me or we're having more audio issues, definitely let me know. We'll do what we can to make sure that it's not going on anymore. So I can see myself and talking right now on my own computer, so we're good. So with that being said, there's a few things we're going to talk about today. We're definitely going to talk about what happened with DeWine, or what is in the workings. We're going to talk about the incident that happened last week in regards to his 7-year-old and some Biden supporters. And we're also going to talk about what we actually want to emphasize on is the schoolings, the daycares. What's it mean to you with losing jobs or having to have certain days off? So with that being said, I'm Robert Santos. And before we click on, make sure you guys click that like button. If you're watching on your phone, it's right down there. If you're watching on your computer, it's this way, not that way. It's right over there. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that share, and we're going to get into it. We'll backtrack again. Gotta make sure I hit that mic. With the audio issue, we have it set, but I gotta turn this thing on and off. So if you guys don't see this thing glowing, it's not on. I'm not playing World of Warcraft if you guys are watching this on my campaign page or my professional page. The program did some altering or altered a little bit. Man, I can't talk. It's Monday. And the only way I can go live on my page is if I choose a video game. Now I can go in there and I'll delete it later, but don't expect me to hop on and play my level 120 Blood Elf Paladin, okay? The first thing is the schooling. A lot of people actually might have seen my post. How you doing, Barb, Kristen, Ruth? Thanks for joining. If you guys have seen my post in regards to the schools, I understand there was a little bit of, I want to say controversy, but maybe a misunderstanding of what I meant with breaking the law, or let me see if we can get rid of that video game thing. They even changed everything, so I have no idea. It says I'm playing World of Warcraft. Let's figure it out. Now, with the schooling, I understand, and I always have known, Ohio has no law that specifies what age can stay home alone. Now, here's the problem, though. The order specifically states that as long as it's a competent child and they can take care of themselves. But at what point is it okay? Because you got to think about this. You may think your 10-year-old is competent. I know my 11-year-old is. So we'll use him as an example. Perfectly competent. I mean, he's 11, you know. Besides the typical, hey, you're not allowed to play video games, and we catch him playing. He's very smart. He knows not to answer the door. He can cook. He can clean. He knows how to take care of himself. He's a bright individual. But what if the wrong person makes the phone call? Because then it's in the hands of Children's Services and the courts to deem if the individual is actually competent or not. So now I got to deal with that entire mess. Now I'm only using myself as an example is because there's plenty of the parents out there who are dealing with this. Because as we all know, this COVID is causing a problem with the schools. Gerard, for example, they did have an A-B plan where A goes to school and B stays home. And then the next day they switch. They're constantly flip-flopping. Now, Monday, for example, my wife, and I'm using my family as an example, she has school starting this Thursday. So Monday is her first day where she needs to go to school. Obviously, the college that she was going to get her RN with COVID kind of stopped, and now they're doing in-school classes for her. Great. But I work. My son's stuck home alone. You realize he's going to be home for at least 12 hours. One, Kristen's got school from 6 in the morning to like 5:30 in the evening. I work from 5 in the morning to like 5 o'clock at night. So that means my son is going to be home alone for 12 hours. So all those individuals out there who are saying that it's perfectly legal, you can do it 12 hours, my son's fine, but I'm going to leave him home alone for 12 hours. No. So that means I'll have to lose hours at work to make sure he's okay. To check to make sure I'm not breaking the guidelines. It's not a lot, the guidelines. And there's thousands upon thousands of parents out there in the same situation. One reply was, well, why don't you put him in daycare? Well, if daycare is the answer, then why don't we have in-class schools? Why aren't the kids going to school in school? We don't know. Christy, David, how you guys doing? Got a little slow start today. I know it says I'm playing World of Warcraft. I have no idea how I can even edit that. It's not even allowing me to edit it. No clue what's going on, but I'm not playing World of Warcraft. I wish I was. So bear with that. But that's the whole thing on the schools. Is anyone else having that issue? I honestly, truly believe people are. A lot of people are saying the same thing. My 4-year-old definitely is taken care of. He's got daycare. And thank goodness daycare is taken care of. After school care for my 11-year-old, yeah, it's there, but it's also money too. You have to think about that as well. Ruth's right, daycare is expensive. That's what I mean by people losing hours. So because my whole life's been open. With my 11-year-old Timothy, me and his mother, it's all 50-50, week on, week off, all that nonsense. But the Mondays I have him, I'll have to work. But since he's online schooling, he'll be home for the entire day by himself. He's competent enough, but what if? We all seen what's going on. We all see how the news will blow things out of proportion on how the radical left or anyone or whatever the case is, it causes a problem for these parents. I know when I got raised, I was probably 5 years old, staying home alone. Bad, but that's how it was. But nowadays, we can't do it. Even if your kid is competent, you can't. So we got to find other avenues of approach. Now, people also said, well, what about family and friends? Well, that's all fine and dandy, but your friends and family work as well. So we're in the same dilemma. So these schools need to go back. They need to open. They need to allow in-class schooling. If some teachers are scared, then fine. Take a poll. What teachers are willing to go to school? What teachers aren't? We need to figure this out because these parents, we need to work. And when we're not working, we're losing money. And also not to mention, now I'm going to be a hindrance on my workplace. Being a supervisor, I need to be there. Now I won't be there Monday. That's not right. I should be there. It's my obligation to be there at work. It's also my obligation to take care of my family. So which one? Hey, Jessica, thanks for joining. Patrick. So those are the cases. So I'm sure everyone else has that issue. We all know what's going on. Hopefully things get better. Hopefully the schools actually open up after the first 9 weeks. We will see things change eventually, I hope. And in school classes will go back to where it was. Now moving on to the next topic. Now, since when I was running since day one, I have always stated that I will always call out a Republican as much as I'll call out a Democrat. Now, I do not mean any disrespect towards anybody. We all know that the news blasted that Biden supporters assaulted a 7-year-old Donald Trump fan. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. How dare they? That's jacked up. Now, in no way am I condoning what these two Democratic supporters did at all. But I'm going to play this video and we're going to step by step. Because one, I'm tired of seeing these videos saying this is what happened, XYZ, when it doesn't even show A, P, C, D, E, F, G. So I refuse to make a comment that it's 100% the Democrats' fault without seeing the entire video. And since we never will, I think both of them are at fault. Both parties. So we're going to play this. I'm going to mute the mic. I want you guys to take a look at it. Bear with me. All right, here's a video.
Can you get off my property? Get off my property? Are you destroying my property? Yes, we are. You know that's a felony? That one too. You don't get that one. Get away from me. Back the out. Get it, Liam. Get it. Touch my hat. Take your hat. That's somebody else's hat. Take that.
Right there, before I gotta remember to turn the volume down on my speakers. Right there, you got two irate individuals. Now, I don't care who's right and who's wrong. You got two irate individuals, and your 7-year-old son is running after them. I don't know about you. I would have grabbed my son's shirt and pulled him back to stay away from those crazies. Stay away from those psychos. Period. The end. Doesn't matter what they're doing. I understand they're damaging the property and they're ruining the hat. I don't care. That's a child right there. What are you doing? We're going to continue.
Get your hat back, baby. Look at what you...
Did you guys hear what she said? Get your hat back, baby. That's exactly what she said. Told her 7-year-old, get her hat back, baby. Let's continue.
You just did to my son. Get your hat back, baby. Get your hat back, baby.
So not once, not twice, but 3 times. You told your 7-year-old son to go get your hat from these bleeping nut jobs right here. They're crazy. They're psycho. They're irate. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican. They're irate, and you're going to tell your 7-year-old to go get the hat back? That's bad parenting. Period. We'll continue watching.
Give me back my hat. 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 I'm telling you right now. You're gonna steal my property? I'll follow you to your car and get your license plate. And I'm walking. I live in town. You want me to call 911? You want me to call 911? Taylor, these people right here are taking your hat. They attacked my son. I have it on video. I have it on video.
She has it on video. I didn't see her anyone touch that kid yet. Period. Is there another video that's going to surface? It's been a few days. There is none. Okay. Let's continue.
I have it on video. I have it on video. I have it on video. Yeah, you want to try me? You want to try me?
Right there, maybe when that girl was attempting to kick the hat, she may have kicked the kid's hand. Is that assault? Yeah, but why? You have a kid with you. What type of parenting is that? We're going to go on. We got more. Oh, yeah. It doesn't stop.
You want to try me? I got the whole thing on video. I got the whole thing on video. Don't attack. Oh, you gonna punch him? You gonna punch him?
Assault.
Oh, you gonna punch? Oh, you gonna sucker punch me? You gonna sucker punch me? Take my hat. Take my hat, baby.
So, not. I swear I'll start remembering to turn that speaker off. So not only are you going to throw more gasoline on a fire, you're going to do it in front of your 7-year-old kid. And tell your kid to hold your stuff while you go and fight this lady who clearly, yes, they did kidnap a hat. And I know my face is all messed up with the green screen. I don't know. Sorry. But if you are 100% right and you're outside the DNC holding Trump stuff up, one, you know you're asking for crap to happen. So go by yourself, not with your kids, because you know you're going to stir trouble up. Lack of parenting right there. 2, it's a stinking hat. It's a stinking sign. If you were 100% in the right, you should have just let those 2 walk away. Let the video go viral. And I guarantee you, I am 100% sure someone from the Trump administration would have sent that kid a huge care package. If they haven't already, they would have. They're like, oh my God, these Democrats destroyed this awesome Trump supporters gear. Here's some more. So that's wrong in so many ways. Both sides are wrong. Now, but also, we don't know what transpired before the video started. Because clearly they were there to start crap. So I am not buying it. Now, those 2 deserve to be arrested for assaulting that gentleman, for tearing up this lady's property. But that mother needs to be ashamed of herself. Period. The end. I don't care who you are, what side of the aisle you're on. You were wrong. You know you were wrong. And you're not going to get any pity from me. That kid is, because I feel sorry that he has a mother like you. It's wrong. I'm sorry. They might have burned bridges. I don't care. So I'm saying, like, I get it. The property was destroyed. Got it. But what transpired before? That's what I want to see. You're not going to get any sympathy from me until I see the entire story. The same thing with these shootings that are going on. I understand it just happened not too long ago, but the media's all on it. White cop shoots black male and back. And my last I heard is that he is in intensive care. And I respect Donald Trump Jr. wholeheartedly. And I told you guys from the start, I would definitely let even President Trump know that he's out of line. I think this got blown out of proportion. I understand the message is trying to say, look how crazy the Democrats are. But man, what I see is a terrorized 7-year-old seeing his mother get irate over a hat, which is going to cause him to become one of these extremists. Sure, taught him how to handle a hostile situation. Let's de-escalate it, and we'll handle it. Let's Judge Judy it. Put a Band-Aid on the situation, go away, come back, and have it healed up. Period. He's fine, Angel. Or which one are you talking about? The gentleman who was shot or the 7-year-old kid? 7-year-old kid's fine. He wasn't assaulted. I think, if anything, he got kicked in the hand when he reached over to pick up the hat. I don't see the 7-year-old getting hit at all. Because one, if anyone hit my 7-year-old, I would be in jail. If someone hit my kid. Period. My love's finally watching my live stream from the other room. She can join me, but she's watching from the other room. Now, exactly. You know, some political events, Mindy, I'm okay with bringing kids to, as long as you know it's going to be peaceful. For example, this weekend, if you guys don't know, the 29th, and I'll post it up here, the 29th, we actually are meeting at the Gavelli Center in Youngstown, and we're going to march to Tim Ryan's office and let him know how we feel and how he has destroyed this area, District 13, and how he needs to be removed. Do you think I'm going to take my kid with me? No, because I don't know what crazies are going to show up. We have no idea. And I'm not going to put them in harm's way at all. But I am going to show my support for this nation, how we need people like Tim Ryan out of office and replaced with people like Hagan. I'm not going to bring my kid with me. I got one message. No, I know. It says I'm playing World of Warcraft. It's an issue. The program we're using, it specifies we have to choose a game. So I chose it. I can delete it with all the programs I have up on my computer. I can't delete it until it starts playing, but once it starts playing, if I mess with any of these programs, God forbid, you guys saw what happened last week with the audio issues. I don't want to touch it. So I'll get rid of it after we're done. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is that this coffee is really good. Whoever made it's awesome. I think it was me. These riots that are going on, these shootings that are going on. There was a child in Canfield that was shot with a stray bullet. And another one was actually made in some other guy's house. It was on the 7,000th or 75,000th block in Canfield. There's shootings every day. We don't see anyone really addressing those. I mean, they're happening, they're in the news, and that's it. No one's addressing them. I'm pro Second Amendment. I'm not going to talk about taking away guns. We need to make sure law-abiding citizens have guns, so that way we can stop these things from happening. But I want to talk about law enforcement. You guys realize the law enforcement is supposed to be proactive, not reactive. And a lot of people are saying, well, they're not proactive anymore. It's because they're too busy reacting to stupid crap that's going on. Like someone getting pistol whipped down the street from my house over a damn Rolex. Or that young boy who had his entire future ahead of him happened to ride his bike on the wrong property. Guy walks outside and Black Lives Matter doesn't even talk. And he was a huge advocate for Black Lives Matters. And if organizations like Black Lives Matter is not saying anything, like, hey, this is horrible. I can't believe this happened. I know he was a supporter of ours, but this is not what we're about, blah, 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 blah. They're not even doing that. If I could cuss on here and say the F word, I would. But Black Lives Matter can come on my house and kiss my ass because they did not get a second of support from me until they start speaking up, helping out the black communities instead of giving them money to start riots. Once I see them actually caring about Black lives, that's when I'll start supporting the Black Lives Matters organization. Black lives do matter, but that organization is not what they are trying to perceive themselves to be. They are a terrorist group that's hell-bent on destroying this entire fabric of our nation. And it's wrong, and they need to be labeled a terrorist group, just like Antifa. Not everyone is part of it, because there are some good... I have some friends that have the true meaning of Black Lives Matters. They just want to take care of them, make sure it's known. But the true meaning on why it was created was to create a divide. Period. I haven't watched it yet, Angel. Honestly, when I worked late, came home, was trying to fix this program, haven't watched it. I was going to catch it again after my program, so I haven't seen it. But I do encourage everybody, tomorrow, Tuesday, make sure you watch the RNC. Okay, the Republican National Convention. Watch it. Gonna be surprised, especially if you're local. Nothing to do with me, but watch it. You might be surprised on someone you see. Yeah, I got home late. They asked me to bring my stuff to live stream it. But I wasn't able to get out in time and fix all this stuff beforehand, Angel. But I will be there on Thursday, and we'll watch it, and I'll do a live stream from there. So Thursday, I'll actually live stream as well. It may be this kind of set. It may just be from my phone, but I'm actually live stream from the event that's going on Thursday. There'll be a bunch of candidates there. So if you guys have any questions for any of the candidates, and I'm sure all of them will be there, hopefully. Hagen, Al, anyone who's running. You got David Simon, you got Marty Desmond, you got several individuals running for office. You have a question, send it to me. I'd be more than happy to ask them. But Saturday, I encourage each and every single one of you to come out to Covelli Center at, I believe it's 12 o'clock. We'll find out here right now. I'll leave this page. But what we're doing is we're rallying up, and it's time for change. So this Saturday at, obviously it's the 29th, at 10 a.m. in the Covelli Center. Be there. We're going to talk. There's quite a few speakers. I'm actually one of them. I'm actually honored, and I appreciate the opportunity to actually speak during this. You got myself. You got Gino DeFabio is speaking. I hear Christina Hagen will be there. I apologize. I can never pronounce Al's last name. I can't. I'm sorry. I'll get it eventually. My access not letting me do it. There's several individuals out there. Ron Moore is going to speak out as well. If you guys don't know, he does a lot of paintings. He actually gave me one. I'm actually trying to get a custom frame for it, but he gave me one. He actually drew this. I know this is a copy of it, but it's great. He does outstanding work. He'll be there. Great guy. Show up. Let's let everyone know that we are tired of being ignored. And it's time we stand up and make a change. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about tyranny versus freedom. You know, Kent versus freedom. It is the Spanish I speak, Mindy. The only Spanish I know is no habla español, English, por favor. I do know numbers like uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. That's about it. Probably should learn. I mean, it's definitely a language that's picking up. It is Boston. You know, you're right. So to recap what we talked about, transition here. We talked about the schools. There's a lot of individuals out there who are in the same boat as me. With schools not being in classes anymore, they got to find other avenues of approach. They're losing, so parents are losing money, and they might be losing their jobs. For example, if somebody worked at Pizza Hut, was making $10 an hour, and they have to go to work, but daycare is like $30 a day, or a babysitter is like $20 an hour, then you're losing money. So there's no point even going to work that day. If you don't go to work, what happens? You get fired. Plain and simple. So schools need to open up. We need to have in classes, period. If you're worried about it, then fine, have it. But using the excuse, well, that child can go to daycare. Daycare is expensive too. It's like $35 a day. And then depending on how old they are, you know, it raises. It's ridiculous. My son's 4. He's supposed to be going to school, preschool now. That's like a 3 to 4 day a week. He should be going. He should be talking, mingling with other kids his age instead of stuck at home. I'll talk to her, Angel, and see if she wants to come. I'll drag her. I do know her first day of school is that day, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Her first day is this Thursday, so good luck to her. I'm proud of her. It's her last semester. If you guys don't know, Kristen Jones Santos, my wife, last semester starts Thursday. So if you guys have any cheat sheets or anything like that, don't send them to her, you know, because she doesn't need them. Okay. Let me see if I can even change this. I don't know why it says I'm playing World of Warcraft. Edit post. When I do edit post, this weird stuff pops up. I have no idea what all this stuff is. Edit. Yeah, I have no idea why. I can't change it. I'll try after. If you guys know anyone that's going to schools having an issue, let us know. We all need to work together. We all need to unite and figure something out. But using the excuse you get friends and family, that's not an excuse. They got to work as well. Period. All right, unless anyone has any more questions, I know on my personal page, I don't know if it's working on my personal page or not. I'm not too sure if this actually got on there. This program kind of upgraded and kind of changed some of the settings. So hopefully it is. If it isn't, we'll find out and we'll tweak it from there. I do encourage some of y'all to give me some feedback. Let me know how the volume is. Let me know how it sounds. There shouldn't be any feedback. There shouldn't be any echo. I definitely appreciate everyone's support and understanding on what happened last week. I guess my 4-year-old messed with some settings. He destroyed the settings. So we're trying to fix it. So with that being said, I definitely appreciate each and every single one of you for coming. Definitely let your friends know. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. If you guys have anything you want me to cover, if you have any questions you want me to ask Thursday when I go to the RNC watch party in Canfield this Thursday, let me know. I'll be more than happy to address it. I'll even go live stream with your question and answer to that individual. All right, so with that being said, let's hope this transition works. But God bless you all, and God bless America.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for